Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I want to go ahead and give my review over the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Now, listen, let me just complain for a quick second, and then we're going to get into the review. These 90-minute episodes are not for me, okay? I think they're extremely too long. I'm okay with 60 minutes, right? I just want to put that out there. Those 90-minute episodes, no bueno, okay? Anyways, so the episode starts off. Brooks is showing his design. Brooks, I never saw it for Brooks. With that being said, I didn't like the fact how he was being treated, especially by Jen or whoever was running her Twitter account. That's my sister, through the community. But other than that, girl, I never saw it for Brooks. I think he is very mediocre when it comes to his fashion designs. Maybe when he had that fashion show and it was all the same track suit with his name going down the arm and the leg. I said, well, girl, that's all it takes to have a fashion? Oh, okay. You white and your mama and daddy rich, so I see why you got access to have a fashion line. Now he got this blazer, a black blazer with just Brooks. What's Brooks marks going across the chest? And I'm supposed to be impressed. All right. Jeannie comes over. One thing I noticed about, maybe it's me. These helpers don't be eating. Like, to me, have you noticed that whenever they eat, it always looks like finger foods, like snacks that I'm sorry, y'all, this is my retainer. Girl, it is driving me crazy. Finger foods are like snacks. Like, I ain't never just seen them just like eat like a meal. Like, I ain't never seen nobody throw a steak on the plate. Like, girl, maybe because I'm a big girl. They need a big girl in the group, or a girl with a big girl appetite, because these are finger foods. Every time I look up, it's always finger foods. And they put it on a plate and they're like, okay, this is dinner. Even to me, when they went to Vail, I felt like a lot of the food that they had looked like finger foods, or like little, I don't like it. Girl, if you invite me over, have me a steak ready, have me a baked potato with some cheese and butter, we can throw something green on a plate. So throw a couple of pieces of broccoli on there, right? We want to try to eat something healthy. But these little finger foods ain't gonna do it for me. They talk about, the sister wife situation that Jenny is having with her husband. Her husband wants another baby. Jenny doesn't want any kids. He mentioned a sister wife. I thought we were done with that, but clearly they're bringing it back up. Meredith is basically like, baby, no, it's not for me. Lisa even was like, baby girl, it's not for me. Lisa arrives. One thing I noticed about Lisa, I feel like Lisa is one of those people that they practice how their entrance is going to be. Like she comes in, hey, how are you? How's it going? How was your weekend? How was your day? Are you doing okay? How's the family? Like, that's what Lisa gives me. Like, girl, calm down. One thing I did notice about Lisa, I think Lisa got a cute style. I didn't realize it. For me, it's cute. I didn't realize it until the very end of the episode when her outfit for the garden party, I thought was so cute. Anyway, I started thinking about the stuff that Lisa wears. Even when she went and met Jen, for lunch. I like the little white boots with the blue jeans and the pink jacket with the little shades with the little whatever, the little beads or whatever it was. Lisa be dressing cute. Meredith, they start playing and they tell Jenny that maybe she needs to like dress up. I guess like role play. Meredith, why do you have a corset and a blonde wig in your closet? I know that's right, mama. One thing I loved about Meredith's house is the space. Did y'all notice? You probably didn't notice. It was real fast. When they were going to commercial break, the way that the houses are spaced out. That's how, if I ever bought a house or built a house, I would want my house to be like that. I don't want to be next. I don't want a house to be right beside me. I need some space, girl. Now I want houses around me. I don't want to just be living in some woods by myself. But I want the houses to be spaced out, girl. Anyways, Jen and Lisa meet up. I'll say this much. I can understand why Jen could feel some type of way about Lisa not responding to her phone calls. Because if you go from talking to someone on the average of 3 hours a day to, girl, when, some people are saying that you may have did some things to this person not responding to your phone calls, I could see how you could feel some type of way, right? I could see it. It's one thing when you just speak to somebody just here and there, but to go from speaking 3 hours a day to basically, girl, when I call you now, you're not picking up the phone. I can see how that could hurt someone's feelings, right? Lisa, like I put, she'd be nervous as hell. You know what I mean? You're like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, that's what she said. She ain't said nothing, but that's what she's telling Jen. It is a little crazy that when you think about Lisa and the way that she defended Jen and how she wanted everyone to get on the Jen train. And now that the stuff has hit the fan, baby, Lisa done caught ghosts. Girl, she was just your sister last week. She was just your good Judy last week. Now the girls are saying that she out here stealing from old people. And girl, it ain't like, girl, let me go hear what my sister got to say. It's automatically, girl, it's the truth, girl, I'm jumping ship. And then it don't make it no better that, Lisa, girl, you was on the phone with 6 or 7 lawyers. That's why the girls, include me, that's why the people out here thinking you got some type of business dealings with Jen Shaw, because you was the only one on that bus, girl, shaking in your boots. Girl, what you so scared? That's one thing for you to be like, I don't want nothing to do with that. But it's another thing for you to be on the phone calling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lawyers. What's tea, Lisa? You got something to tell us, girl? All right, I'm gonna let it go. They talk about it, and that's pretty much it, girl. Lisa basically said she needed to process it. I can understand that too, because if someone is out in the media saying that your friend is out here stealing from, like, I can understand both sides. I can understand how Jen, her feelings could be hurt, especially when you go from, she said, talking to someone on the average of 3.2 hours a day. I feel like that was too specific. Like somebody had to calculate that information in her phone. Like, how often do you talk to her 3.2 hours a day? Girl. But I also definitely understand Lisa's side too. Like, girl, the girls out here talking about you stealing. And it's all over the news. The FBI showing up, Homeland Security, New York, NYPD, right? Like, girl, I could see how you could want to probably separate, just try to see, the smoke dies down before you kind of like, okay, girl, how you doing? Girl, this is going to be a quick phone call. We got to go. Heather and her brother has left the church. That's pretty much what it comes down to. I understood Heather. Basically, Heather, when she decided to leave the church, she didn't want it to seem as though she was influencing anyone. So it kind of was like a secret in a way. But of course, people started to... Girl, I wasn't deep into the church like that. Not like them, and not like some of the people, I was into church. And I can definitely understand, because I don't really participate. That's not my thing no more. But yeah, I could definitely see how, because I really don't talk like I remember I had a conversation with one of my friends probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and we were just talking about like religion and stuff like that, and we kind of went there. He was like, I never knew you really felt this way, because I think a lot of people just assume that, like, if you're black, you're automatically like a Baptist. You go to the First Avenue Baptist Church, right? Pilgrim Rest Baptist Church. Everybody a Baptist, everybody like a Christian, everybody, And then when you find people kind of just like, girl, that's not really what I participate in no more. People, right. Anyway, so I can get, like I said, I never was that deep into it, but I was definitely one of those people who, especially as a teenager, Bibles, Sunday school, church, youth meetings, choir rehearsal. Yes, girl. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, Heather, she's out of that. Her brother's out of that. Ramadan, I thought about Mariah, and isn't that what Mariah from Marriage and Medicine and her husband? Girl, I don't know why I hollered when Coach Shaw was like, okay, let's go eat. Girl, now let me say something. Coach Shaw's nephew, is that the one with the little dreads, the little locks? Jen. Girl. Jen. First of all, let me talk about before we get to Jen. Girl, first of all, that food, what was they eating? I be forgetting their mama ain't black. And I be forgetting that, girl, depending on what your mama is, that's what y'all gonna eat in the house. Cause I didn't know what they was eating, girl. At first I was like, is that jambalaya? I'm like, is that jambalaya? I'm like, no, that ain't no jambalaya. I don't know what they were. All I know is the guy with the locks, he was over there pouring hot sauce down on that food. Now, Jen in this witness protection program wig. Girl, where did this wig come from, sister? Girl, that wig, girl. Jen, the girls already know how you look. The cops already got you, girl. You can throw that wig in the trash. Okay? But they know how you look. All right? Okay. Coach Shaw basically wants to downsize because they're going to need the money, I guess, in order to help Jen fight this case. Jen, to me, her response, tell me if I'm wrong, I felt like her response was more of a, I don't want to downsize because of image. I think she used her family as an excuse of, this is where family comes to do this. Well, girl, family ain't going to be able to come no more. At this point, baby, stay where your ass is at. Don't come up here. We got too much going on. Sorry. I can see how, especially if you're helping family, how you would probably feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Because now I probably can't help these folks financially like I did before. Jen said something about basically coming out $50,000 a month to help her family. I want to get, I'm hoping one day soon I can be in a position to, help family members. But when I say help family members, I'm talking about, girl, if you need somebody to help pay your light bill. That's you might be behind on your rent. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind doing that if I could afford it financially, right? But girl, we're not coming off no $50,000 a month. I'm not. Now, I guess maybe if you got the money, then I guess $50,000 wouldn't really matter. Because if you're sitting on coin, then $50,000 might seem like $500 if you got it. So it's kind of like if Beyonce or Jay-Z or Rihanna or Nicki Minaj is helping pay, that $50,000 probably ain't nothing to them. $50,000 I guess sound like a lot because I ain't got it. Okay? I don't know. I just think it's one thing to try to help family members. I'm not taking care of nobody except a couple of people. When I say a couple. Like grandmama, mama. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, girl, I can help you out. We can try and get that business that you want off the ground, right? We can figure out that, right? You want to go to college. I can try to help you pay for your tuition if you need me to. But to take care of people, I'm not taking care of nobody. We can help get your business off the ground so you can take care of your damn self. Okay? Anyway, child. But shout out to Jen, baby. I guess it don't matter because, baby, when you stealing folks' money, see, I think the helper is guilty. When you stealing, this retainer is bothering me. I be feeling like saliva is coming out the side of my mouth. When you stealing folks' money, I guess it don't matter because it ain't yours to begin with. Whitney and Lisa meet up. Whitney believes, Lisa believes Cameron. Whitney believes that Mary and Robert scare people, and that they let me say something, girl. And y'all can take this how y'all want to take it. To me, all religions, all churches, they all pretty much some big ass cults, if you ask me. So do I believe that Mary could be able to run in a cult? I believe it. But I also believe that baby Joel Osteen running one, girl, and every other black pastor on the block, they running one too. You see how quick the people come to defend John Gray and Jamal Brown, and they trifling low down, girl. You know how quick people, girl, all them running cults, period. Mary probably included. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like it ain't normal. Cause I feel like the shit is normal. Didn't y'all leave one Whitney? Or Whitney and your husband? So y'all know. Anyways, Robert Sr., they getting ready. Robert Sr. seems like a mean. If Mary ain't cheating on Robert Sr., Robert Sr. just seems like a mean person. She has to be married to Robert Sr. just for the lifestyle. That's it. Because there's no other reason for, there's no way I could be married. It's one thing for you to feel like you had to go through that when you were younger. I'm hoping that Mary can get to the point where she's financially independent, because I feel like that's the only reason why she's with him again, where she doesn't have to put up with that. Because Robert Sr. seems like a very mean person. He just does. Seth, I love me some Seth. Girl, I don't care what nobody say. I love me some Seth. I put, how much do chiropractors make? Because Jenny, she be dressed in fly. And Jenny, I done seen Jenny in a couple of cars. And I done seen Jenny with a couple of bags. I forgot that Jenny did say she had like 4 or 5 businesses. And I think she said she still has one that she owns. Does she? I can't remember. So I'm going to leave Jenny alone. But Jenny, I'm trying to figure out what's your income too, mama. Because I done seen you pop up with a couple of Hermes bags. In cars where the doors go to the top. You know, everybody I know cars go out like this. Yours go up. And when I see the doors go up, I start thinking about coin. Okay? Oh, girl. Anyways, I put, why they giving Jen all this mercy but not Mary. I feel like it's weird to me that they really, especially Heather, and y'all know I like Heather. Heather, they're giving Jen all of this grace, but Mary is like, we just need to get to the bottom of it because these people are saying this, these people are saying that. Girl, no tea, no shade. While I could definitely see Cameron telling the truth about him giving them that $300,000, when you compare it to what Jenny, like, girl, it's not even comparable to me. So it's like, for y'all to be giving Mary all of this smoke, but girl, y'all letting Jenny get by with just like, okay, girl, we believe you. You know, I just looked in her eyes and I just, like, held to sit there rubbing her hand and shit. So Meredith didn't know that Jen, did I say Jenny? I meant Jen. Giving Jen all that mercy. If I said Jenny, I meant Jen. So Meredith didn't know that Jen was coming, of course, because the last time she told them helpers that if y'all gonna invite Jen, don't invite me. Jenny invited Jen anyways, because this is supposed to be a peace garden where I guess people put their problems out on the table. You know, they speak about it and it is what it is. So they all standing right there. It's Meredith, Jenny, I think Lisa. Yeah. But I said Meredith was looking when Whitney and Heather were walking up, and she probably thought that was Mary in between. I don't know. When I see Miss Meredith pull them glasses down, and then she looked. When she was talking to Jenny, and Jenny was telling her that she basically invited her, and Meredith was looking at Jenny. You're looking at Jenny like, I thought I told you. Okay. It was so funny. So Mary was the last one to arrive. Mary is seated in between Meredith and Heather. Heather and Mary start talking, and Mary is pretty much like, girl, what happened the other day? Happened the other day, girl, it's over and done. Whitney is across the table, look. Oh, girl. In real life, these helpers are funny. I'm not gonna lie, I be giggling at some of the shit they be doing. Girl, Whitney across the table looking. I thought it was hilarious, girl. Whitney like, what these bitches talking about? So Whitney makes a comment about basically everybody being fake at the table, or some people being fake. Basically, it's some fake shit going on at the table. Mary hears her say that. I think Lisa heard her too. So Mary says, so you said all of us are faking, or is it you? So they start going back and forth. Basically, Whitney's whole thing was like the last time we all saw each other, girl, basically it was a whole bunch of mess, which it was in Belle. And now we're back together for the first time as a group, and everybody's just like, oh, hey, girl. You know what I'm saying? Oh, girl, we good. Ain't nothing to worry about. Which, that would kind of drive me crazy, too, because the last thing I'm going to do, and if I get into an argument with you and we ain't seeing each other and, girl, the shit is still lingering, and then the first time I see you, you be like, oh, girl, we good. Depending on if I thought I won the argument or not. Okay, now if I thought I lost the argument, bitch, we ain't good, okay? Because I still got some shit to get off my chest, okay? Now, if I won the argument, girl, I might be the one who be like, girl, I'm good. Girl, I'm good. Girl, we ain't gonna talk about nothing, shit, I'm good, right? But anyways, so, girl, they start throwing each other under the bus. You know what I'm telling you, girl? It's so weird because it's like Whitney and Jenny. Now, Whitney and Lisa, y'all just went out the other day. Now, y'all fussing, right? Everybody fussing. Everybody arguing about who said what. Mary, bitch, you told a flat-out lie, right? Like, Mary, girl, you told a lie. Mary, you told a lie. You was talking shit, all right? You was talking, and, you know, I'm going to say this much. I think I saw something online the other day about Mary saying that she honestly forgot. Mary, maybe I'm drinking the Mary Kool-Aid. Mary, I feel like within this group, I think she does try and be honest as possible. So I really think that either Mary was probably drunk or she probably just did not remember talking about Jenny. Because it is hard for me to believe that Mary would sit there and say, like, and be concrete about it. Like, I didn't talk about her. I didn't talk about her. And it's like, girl, you talked about her. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to defend Mary. But one thing I don't like about Mary is the fact that she does think that some of these women in this group are beneath her. I do think that she, like, Mary, baby, this is not your church. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm sure that the people in Mary's church, they respect her and they probably look up to her in a certain way. And when you get around these women, they like, girl, the fuck? Right? Anyways, girl. Again, Mary was full of shit. She definitely talked about Jen. She gets upset because they start basically saying that she's a liar. But girl, regardless if you remembered or not, girl, you were lying, right? You were lying. Jen starts to cry. She gets up. Meredith gets up. Now, let me just defend Lisa for a little bit. I can understand where Lisa was coming from. Because Lisa's whole thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, anytime it's about me, Meredith, you don't never stick up for me. But if it's about Mary, you stick up for Mary. And when I think about it, I think Lisa might be telling the truth. Anytime it's something that has to do with Lisa, I can't remember Meredith ever opening up her mouth and defending Lisa. But when it's something about Mary, baby, it's like, no ma'am. And maybe it's because Mary was the one who did not talk about her and Seth last season, and she feels like she owes that loyalty to Mary. But I think Lisa was right when she said that. Anyways, Lisa starts to cry because Meredith was about to leave. But Meredith was also telling the truth. Y'all sitting, and Meredith was 100% right in my book. Y'all sitting here talking about this y'all homegirl, this y'all friend, but y'all also making her cry at the same time. Talking about this shit over and over and over. I don't fuck with the bitch. And y'all know that. That's why I'm sitting here and I ain't said shit. Because I don't have nothing to say about it. But y'all talking about this y'all friend, but y'all sitting here basically throwing each other under the bus, repeat what each other said, right? To try to make a point. So I feel like Meredith was right in that way too, because if that really was your friend, girl, you would try to diffuse the situation instead of like, no. Like, you know, then it becomes this big. And then, of course, even though we know Jen probably stealing, allegedly, girl, let me say allegedly, stealing, it's just like, girl, if that's really your friend, the last thing you want to do is make your friend cry and feel uncomfortable. You know, I don't know, child. That was pretty much it. I'm sure I missed something, child. The end scene was good. It was actually funny as hell. Heather's side commentary was funny. Mom and dad are fighting. Anyways, that's it, girl. Them 90-minute episodes are not for me. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.